this is the only time I would be like, this is an ugly. The Fusions were ugly.
Which is the one that you think is the best in terms of like if you had to wear a pair? If they had, and they were
like they
gun
took
head,
my mom.
You gotta
hostage.
put a pair of Fusions on.
Probably like taxis.
The taxi. That's why I think everybody, and that was the first pair. If I'm not mistaken, maybe my mind has played with me. I remember seeing Fat Joe with them.
Yeah, I think
when
so.
I was a kid, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are those?"
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, the South definitely influenced my. I'm big into Forces and blah blah blah. Like so down where I'm at in Virginia, they call Forces flays for some reason.
Flays. Okay.
Yeah, fresh new pair of flays.
The fact that the accent comes like it comes out.
I'm like a country sleeper cell agent.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to My First Kicks. This is episode 246, and this week I bring to you the man. Not only is he made in the URL, an African American artist.
Yes.
The man himself, Chris Chance.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy to be here.
I don't know which one are you, Woody or Sachi?
Sachi.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna try.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Thank you for having me.
Nah, man, this is, after running into you at Family Food Fest, it was just like,
nah, come on.
It felt like we were like, it was like long lost cousins. Be like,
exactly.
Yo, it was good.
Yeah. That's what's so fun about sneakers and in the community that you get to get online. Like my favorite thing is meeting the people online, offline. I'm like, yo, let's link together. We're part of the same tribe. So, happy to be here, man.
Hey, man, I don't know if you've seen. There's a lot of hoopla around the inside outside stuff.
Hey, it's a lot going on now. All I know is that I am an outsider. You know what I'm saying? I love being outside.
Yeah.
And I love the sneaker. I feel like there's like a renaissance going on right now.
Oh, for sure.
For real.
Sure.
I mean, like, we all know, we can get into it later. This is the best year in a long time for shoes. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It feels like a new class of like overall, not only czars, but you know what I'm saying? Up and coming people. Yeah. Like, it just feels like 2012 all over again.
I agree with that. It's funny. I was thinking about that recently too, where, I mean, in the episode before this, I do talk about how like the people that have been grinding out past 2020 or like that did come up in 2020, but they're like, I really love this. And they've always shown how genuine they really are into sneakers, are thriving in 2025.
100%.
And so that's going to carry on into the, to 2030, hopefully.
Shit, we look until the wheels fall off this motherfucker.
I mean, like,
wait, can we curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that like, so this is my thing. And I mean, you've been in sneakers for a long time too. So when I was doing this, I was like, I got to honor the OGs. I got to make sure I get the OGs on. I get to talk to the OGs, even just to have a conversation. I'm doing this out of respect and stuff like that. And I feel like that's such a lost art. But like, when you do something, you're like, you also do that too. You be looking, and so it's tough to find other people in that, because I think the internet has bred a bunch of people that are in this that are just like, nah, I don't care about no OGs. I don't know. Nah, these people are giving the wrong cosigns to whoever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah, man, like you really do have to earn it. And it becomes better that way.
It does, because a house can last forever when it has a right foundation. If you're not putting the right foundation down, it's going to crumble. So that's what it is. You start with the right people, you pay your homage, you pay your respects. And then from there, you know what I'm saying? You learn, to do it and keep it going. You can't make the future without knowing the history of the past, so.
Man, I mean, it's crazy because like, when I was growing up on the forums and stuff like that, and like seeing like the birth of Complex and the birth of like Hype Beast and stuff like that. But like, Premium Pete and DJ Clark Kent and all these, like being able to like actually pay homage to these people, because they did it out of just like, it's not gatekeeping when you are the creator of this stuff,
100%.
And I think like, the stuff that you put out and, your conversations with Ish on the podcast, like, I think it's just, I think that's all part of it. Right?
No, it is. Yeah. It is. We've been doing that for so long too. So like, we started the day ASAP Yams died. Rest in peace, Yams. That was the first day we did a podcast, and we had to start off this whole podcast like on a somber note, but if you listen to our podcast, Woody Versace, I've I'm 27 now.
Mm-hmm.
Started this when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you can kind of see my whole entire mind develop and grow up. And also on the flip side, you see Ish go from like, you know, young buck to like really being like an OG. Like, you know, so it's one of the best pleasures I guess I have. And my favorite thing to do, I mean, that's just what me and my big bro do. We talk about sneakers, we talk about the culture, and we have a very, very poignant opinion.
Yeah, which is good. And I think that like when you do that, you earn that like respect because you're not just being like brash to be brash. You're like, yo, I'm of the cloth, as Salehi would say. Yeah. Like I'm of the cloth, and because you are in it, you have like you've been outside, you've been at the things, you go. Like you, come on! Everybody's been posting about them freaking the Yeezys on Twitter, and you had to do the hashtag, post the right hashtag.
Yeah.
Hated everything. I hated all of that.
Yo, it's funny too because all of that type of stuff it builds you so much, man. Like you gotta go. I was laughing at that Twitter RSVP stuff. It sent back so many memories. Yo. I was just like, of just striking out or being so close, but those type of experiences really, really shape you to when you finally get the ball, you know what to do with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It's a big, like, I think one of the things that me and Woody really pride ourselves on is, like you're saying, we're in this. We're creators. Yeah. So we're giving people, you know, a opinion, obviously, from a standpoint of like, yo, I kind of get to see behind the curtain. Like, you know, maybe my opinion may not be purely off of like, you know, throwing a tomato, like, I know actually what's going on with this actor, and this is why I don't like that performance. Opposed to like that sucks, you know. But just but it goes back to the forms. Yeah,
but it's also just like that's constructive criticism, and I think people think that they're whatever if they're like, "Yo, this is whack." I'm being constructive. Like,
no, you gotta give what the math teacher say. You gotta show your work.
Yeah, you gotta show your work.
Yeah, you gotta explain it. And it's so funny too because you talk about forms. Like, I think forms really based like that built how I actually give my opinion because it was never like this sucks. They're like, you know, like the forum I came from, KanyeTutter.com.
Oh my God. Isn't that where Brockhampton got together?
Yeah, that's where Brockhampton got together. That's where me and Ish, a lot of people from Coral Studios, like and on that website back in the day, it was about knowledge. Knowledge was power. If you knew things and you could actually explain yourself and that's what got, you know, the clout versus how nowadays everything's rage bait and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, like that, I show my work. You know what I mean? I ain't saying no shit out the, you know, side of my neck. As they would say down, you know, where I'm from. But hell yeah, man. That, you know, that's me, man.
Yeah. But you're here to answer the question that I ask everybody each week. And that question is, what's your first kicks? What's that first pair of sneakers you absolutely needed to have?
Okay. There's like 3.
Okay.
But the definitive one, LeBron 8 home.
LeBron 8 home.
The first ones that came out.
Yeah.
That was when it snapped in my head.
Yeah.
I almost got in a fight on the bus about those because somebody stepped on my sneakers. I turned up, and that was the first time that I became, and ever since LeBron 8, I've been overly, and I was LeBron 8s came out in like 2010.
Yeah, 2010.
I was 12.
Yeah.
So before then, I had sneakers and I love shoes. Like I think the first shoe I really remember that I lost my mind over was the 20s. I asked my mom for them. She was like, I'll think about it. You know how that is. You know, shout out mama one time.
Mama Chance.
No, Mama Ziegler.
Mama Ziegler.
Yeah. So
my bad.
Yeah, you good. Shout out Papa Chance. You know what I'm saying? He out there too. But so I went out with my dad that day. You know how this dad come pick you up. And I came home. My dad took me to a Yankee game. It was one of the best days of my life.
Damn.
And I came home. My mom had the 20s. And I still got him to this day. Like,
you hit the home run.
I hit the home run. Yo,
you rounded
those 20s was the first time that I was like, whoa. Yeah. Like, and then I'd probably say in between there, quiet as it's kept, either like Mellows.
Okay. 2.5s or
2.5s.
Yeah.
Or, hey man, I'm a fusion apologist.
Oh no.
I'm a fusion of yo, the forces, the fives.
God.
Yeah.
Nasty work on that.
That was the first time I really started paying attention to sneakers though. Like, you know, around that time. And then LeBron 8. You know what I'm saying?
Where are you from originally?
So I grew up in Virginia.
Okay.
I'm from the bottom of Virginia, Martinsville, Virginia, stand up. I was born in New York. My mom is from Harlem. My dad's from South Bronx. Grew up here for a little bit, but I was a New York kid in Virginia. So if y'all ever watched ATL, I was Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I grew up and I think that also what influences a lot of my opinions on sneakers, because there's certain shoes that maybe in a big market, niggas like, nah.
Yeah.
But in the South, in Virginia, all I know is them Fusions.
Yeah.
Went
no. But Fusions went platinum out here too. It's like I said earlier, this is the only time I would be like, this is an ugly. The Fusions were ugly.
Which is the one that you think is the best in terms of like, if you had to wear a pair, if they had, and they were
they
gun to your
took
head,
my mom.
You gotta
hostage.
put a pair of Fusions on.
Probably like taxis.
The taxi. That's why I think everybody, and that was the first pair. If I'm not mistaken, maybe my mom has played with me. I remember seeing Fat Joe with them.
Yeah, I think
when
so.
I was a kid, and I was like, yo, what the fuck are those?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, the South definitely influenced I'm big into, forces and blah, blah, blah. Like, so down in where I'm at in Virginia, they call forces flays for some reason.
Flays. Okay.
Yeah, fresh new pair of flays.
The fact that the accent comes like it comes out.
I'm like a country sleeper cell agent.
Don't say forces. Don't say hybrid forces around him.
Oh, nah. We go
activate. I hope you've been enjoying this week's episode with Chris Chance. And if you've really been enjoying it, please hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment on this week's episode. Also, new feature added to the channel this week. Please hit that hype button. That hype button will help me out tremendously, like greatly, and get the podcast on YouTube in front of a ton of people. And if you are listening to this on any audio platforms, Apple, Spotify, just leave a 5-star review. If you can leave or actual written review, you can put your My First Kick story in there, whatever you want to put in there. I will read it at the end of an episode. Haven't seen any new ones yet. I'm paying attention, and I will make sure to read them at the end of an episode. And of course, if you want to help out the podcast and go the extra mile, please sign up for the Patreon at patreon.com/myfirstkicks. If you do, got two tiers. I got a $3 tier and a $5 tier. $5 tier, you get all the extra content. Got a ton of stuff coming in the pipelines. It's going to be working once a month, without a doubt. Once I get into some free time, I will make sure a ton of stuff is going on there. But, of course, back to the episode.
Hell yeah. But no, I'm from VA.
Yeah. That's and then how long were you out?
So I moved to Virginia when I was 8.
Okay.
And I grew up there. And then I moved back when I was like 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up in Virginia.
Yeah.
I would be back and forth, all the other stuff. But
What was it like? Because I'm pretty sure, because you said you're back and forth. So like, were you bringing stuff from New York down? Like, were you going crazy? Like,
hey, everybody know in the South, you went to New York for school shopping, you was that nigga. So obviously, I would, every time we would go up to New York once a year, go for the summer or whatever, chill. And my mom would definitely go crazy at TJ Maxx, Marshalls. We copped the Coogee.
Back when it was fines.
Because that was just basically 21. I mean, Century 21.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Like we getting all types of Ed Hardy. I was an Ed Hardy fiend, Coogee fiend, Christian Artege.
Oh.
Yeah, so we was definitely.
You was all over shirts all day, bro.
I was
gold trim with
yes, yo, that was definitely my middle school like Panther with the bedazzle on it. Like
Von Dutch trucker hat.
Yeah. I was super into all of that. Yeah. But yeah, wait, how do we start that again? I got.
Were you bringing fashion trends down?
Oh hell yeah! And I was super. I'll say this right now: Magna Vista High School, it'll never be a fresher one. No. I was down there, and I took the lashes for it. You know what I'm saying? My first day of school, 9th grade, Supreme Daniel Johnson T-shirt, Supreme 5-panel. Kobe Elites.
Okay.
From the Elite Pack. Yeah. That was the cheapest out the Elite Pack because everything was expensive as hell. Couldn't get the bronze.
280. Was it 250 for the bronze?
It was a lot. I think the Kobe was 200. If I'm not, it was a price, and my mom was like, all right, I can do this. Like, you give me a little bit of bread with this, and we can make it work. Like, But from there, I was always a little bit ahead. You know what I'm saying? APC jeans.
Oh, wow.
Bread ones.
Big dogs.
And that was the big, like, when Breads first came back out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After the band.
But that was Jordan on the logo?
Yeah. No, this was first Nike Air.
That was?
First Nike Air.
Okay.
So went crazy on those. Everybody would laugh at me when I was wearing the joggers for the first time. Roshi runs with the joggers.
You was ahead on that.
Oh, I was super Roshi game. When that first came out, bring them. Oh yeah, let's cop 5.
Give me 3 colors.
Yeah, but that and then the sneakers in general, like by the time it was senior year though, I was longer. I was wearing Yeezy to school. They was like, yo, this kid looks like he's like homeless or something like that. Well, wow, like, but my whole shit was just I was super into fashion. That's all I cared about was clothes. Like sneakers and everything that went around it, you know? So I was a little bit, that's why I was so crazy on the internet, because I was in Martinsville, Virginia. So you know, there was only one other person, shout out Peanut. He was the only other person in the towns that knew anything about, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I remember he had Supreme, he had Jeremy Scotts, he had like De La Soul. Wow. It's like, you know, he was a sneakerhead.
He was in it,
before it became like, you know, the thing.
Whatever. I wouldn't even call it mainstream.
Before they had,
would you consider it mainstream now?
It's 1000%. Sneaker culture went 100% mainstream when the StockX commercial happened. Yeah. And I saw the StockX commercial and I was like, whoa.
True.
Like,
you're right.
You're right. Even just like the creation of StockX.
Even that and the eBay commercial too. When they did the sneaker eBay commercial, I was like, it's close now.
It's over.
Everything's gonna be real price now. No,
you know
fines.
when I knew it was mainstream? When there was a sneaker reselling store in my town.
In Virginia?
That's when I knew it was like, oh, this is mainstream now.
That's crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Uptown Kicks and there's a couple consignment shops down back home or whatever now, but it's, you know, it's become a way of life. It's not like, you know, I'm not like speaking an alien language or some shit.
But I missed that.
It felt good.
It felt so good.
But I think that it still happens now. I feel
in a sense,
but more or less it's like, I feel like people like us stick out like a sore thumb at this point.
For sure.
And once we congregate and we hear the same language, it's, in my opinion, more fluent than it's ever been because we see all of this other stuff. It's not like, you know, when I would wear a Preem shirt back in the day and you saw somebody else with a Preem shirt, you like, you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, opposed to now, that's not a signifier.
Yeah, it's not
for it anymore.
I mean, I talked about this. I mean, I made a tweet. I don't know if you saw it, but I was like, you know, the internet really, this is me summarizing my tweet, but the internet really like homogenized, but like we don't get regional styles anymore.
We sure don't.
And I called it out, and I've been calling it out since I started this podcast, because like you can't tell where anybody's from anymore. And like I like, if you look at especially like, because I was calling it out on the kids now, like the kids now, everybody's wearing whatever's hot. So everybody's in Hellstar. Like there's no, like back in the day, you rock Echo, you rock Mecca, you rock Pele, you rock
Academic.
You from New York.
Yeah.
You know? And then, or you influenced by New York. Like we don't really got that. Yo, the homie Chameleon, he was like, this is a narrative. And I was just like, nah, I wish it was. Like, I wish it was a narrative.
No, it's not a
facts.
Narrative. Yeah. And there's still certain things, don't get me wrong, there's still certain shoes that are regional, I feel. Yeah. But nah, like I think the perfect example was Fashion Week this year. New York Fashion Week this year was so weird. It was so weird in the sense of like, you know, because even though I'm into streetwear, sneakers, and all this other stuff, I'm also I love fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm used to Fashion Week looking a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we on Lower East Side this year was, I mean, I'll say more like Delancey, Essex.
Yeah.
Around there, it was like, yo, what's going on? Orchard Street, in my opinion, was like almost unrecognizable. Yeah. And all of these kids had come from all around the country to basically have their Fashion Week, and they all dress the same because they all go on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, like, you know, not everybody's like that. There's always going to be, you know, cream of the crop.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's definitely homogenized everything. I mean, like, bro, you go on TikTok, it's like, oh, how to style.
Unless you're Wisdom.
Yeah, and yo, shout
out Wisdom.
Yo, shout out. Now, Wisdom is in a different. He's in a different. He like, yo, let me show you the shit that you never could have thought of.
Let me dress up as a Death Note Shinigami with
100,000. Yeah, it's like, yo, I feel like wisdom is like he's showing us how fast the car can go.
Yeah.
And for that, I'm like, yo, more props to you, gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, did you see it when he put on? Well, he did the monster joints.
Yeah.
The Halloween joints.
Even when you do the characters and all that, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like you actually like are taking all of these weird, or not even weird, avant-garde fashion pieces, and you know what I'm saying? That's dope.
You're putting it together. You're like, that's when, like, I missed that, yo. I missed when like you'd pull up on Soho and you would walk around because you were doing the loops. I'm pretty sure you used to do the loops too. And then you walk through Supreme, but then you make that right. And you go down
that hallway. Everybody getting their fit pick
Everybody
off in
getting that damn fit pick.
That fit pick. And then don't forget
alleyway.
And don't forget the other alleyway, the one behind Kif.
Yes.
When it was an atrium.
When it was atrium, yeah.
Ooh, I got
the bamboo.
Good pick over there.
That one. Oh yeah, and the one between Michael's, right?
Yes,
that
yes,
one.
yes.
Oh,
with the little
with the pebbles. Yeah,
exactly. It was a, you know, but it's different now, and that's why I don't get mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Like the kid that's gonna end up pushing it, because I remember when I was coming up, there were phonies. There were people that, I mean, like, yo, like when I was 17 years old, somebody sold me 50 pounds of Supreme for $500 because they were just out of street. They didn't care about streetwear no more. And they wanted to
just waited and it was just like, here?
No, he was just like, yo, he was like, dude, I'm getting rid of all this stuff. I don't feel like selling it individually. I wanted to sell it to somebody that really would like it. And then he sent me 250 pounds, but I'm talking about Kermit tees.
That's
like
crazy.
Bling logos, like crazy stuff in here.
For $500.
For $500. I don't even know. I don't even know his government name because his KTT username was Jason Dill. Yeah,
yo, shout out Jason Dill.
Shout out Jason Dill. It's like, yo, like I've always seen that of people just like, oh, I'm over this now. You know, it was fun to play around with it, but you know, the kids that are gonna really strive, and somebody like me that was a consumer, a kid back in the day, but now I'm a creator. I'm pushing it.
Yeah, that's
still here now. We just, you know, maybe a little bit harder to find.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's easier because they're gonna stick out. They're gonna stick out like that.
I think that's it's onto us. We're, you know, we're the people that are trying to be the tastemakers or so.
Exactly.
To help usher in that bridge that gap, because if we, especially because like we are the people that have been in this for so long, right? We are the ones that are looking at it to take stock and be like, all right, yo, you should tap in with this person, you know? And I mean, you know, but I want to know about like your journey and how'd you get into, like, did you want to get into like fashion? Did you like, what was your steps?
So definitely got undiagnosed ADHD.
Okay.
Once I got to once Jesus dropped, I knew what I wanted to do. But I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I knew that I wanted to do something over there.
Yeah.
I was going this way, and I'm like, I'm not fucking with that. If you would have asked me when I was a kid, I'll be a forensic scientist, or I'll go to school for marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to think I think it's so funny now because that's my career.
Yeah.
But like, that was just like I don't know what I want to do. Like, I'll just do that, you know. But
not a throwaway career.
I mean, I was so like, I had a math teacher, Mr. Bowen. He failed me in my 10th grade year in algebra because I just wasn't paying attention anymore. I was on Kanye Taylor. I was on Hypebeast. I was on all these websites. And I was just like going to college, essentially. You know, like those forms was my university. I didn't go to college. By the time I graduated, I was in community, just smoking my brains away. I had no idea what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Just typical 18, 19-year-old burnout shit.
Yeah.
Really sad that I didn't go to university because I graduated with a 2.8.
Damn.
And I wanted to go to A&T. I was gonna go there, Aggie Pride. Couldn't go there. So I went to a community. And during my time there, me and Woody, I've known, he's been my mentor since like I was 16 years old. And we were trying to figure out a way for me to come up to New York. I didn't know what I was gonna do, blah, blah. One of his friends was a supermodel. And she was like, I need an assistant. And I'm telling you, my cousin Macias, shout out Macias, he could tell you this. We was sitting in me, him, my other homies. It was all just smoking hella weed. Like 8th backwood. Yeah. Like dumbass little kid shit.
Jesus Christ.
And I get the call. And I have to talk to this lady and basically interview over the phone to get this position. And I got it. And I dropped out a semester before I got my associates. and I moved to New York, and I lived up there. This was 2019, so this is before the quarantine. And I was essentially like her little Virgil. Like, oh, I have an idea. Can you execute this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I think of this type of thing, because she was trying to make a clothing brand.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't trying. She was making a clothing brand. And I was just helping her actualize all these things, and then also just playing like assistant. Like, I'm running around the city for you. You're always in another city, so I'm your surrogate here. So I lived in this fucking apartment in Harlem.
Yeah.
For free.
Wow.
And I was somehow figuring it out. And in that time up there, I think in my first month in New York, I ended up walking in a fashion show, a Detroit fashion show that got literally, it was a lot of controversy in it. And it was so controversial that it got onto my hometown news.
Wow.
And my mom is at home a month after her son left Virginia, like. It was on Telemundo, it was on everything. Like, yo, shout out to Brick and Do for giving me the opportunity. And it was also just like, you know, kind of like figuring out like, oh, I really like the fashion world. This is super cool. Like my boss was a supermodel. So I'm like backstage at Helmet Lane talking to Bella Hadid at 19. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was so nervous, fresh out the country. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. I would have been sweating through everything.
So, you know, and during that time being her assistant, I got to do a lot of stuff. I'm delivering stuff to Peter Doe's studio, and I gotta go and drop off a camera to Nabil, and I'm doing all, like, it was just like meeting all these people, real like How to Make It in America.
That is, you were literally living a goddamn like, you know, HBO How to Make It in America episode, bro.
It's crazy. And then funny enough too, she was making a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
And this was right before Uncut Gems came out. So I was living Uncut Gems too. I'm in the Diamond District damn near every day, going down there. Like, yo, when they did the pop-up and everything for the movie, like, I was like, yo, I just gotta go on my commute and I can go see this thing.
Yeah.
Like, so quarantine hit, ended up coming home. And during that time, at the end of it, Woody had gotten advertising.
Yeah.
He was doing really, really good at that point, and an agency reached out to him. He was like, you know, I'm kind of happy where I'm at, but I know somebody as young as me and can do everything better.
Okay.
That ended up turning into an internship at TBWA Shia Day. Julia and Amy, shout out to them. They were the ECDs at the time and gave me this opportunity. I was the first young blood. That's a program that they have there. It's kind of like a, you know, talent incubator. You know what I'm saying? Like, they pair people up.
Yeah.
Art directors, copywriters, and basically you're a junior with training wheels.
Wow.
So I went for an internship.
Well, first of all, that's fire, because like, you really don't hear about programs like that ever.
You don't, and there's similar ones. There's like the Kennedys. Wieden Kennedy has it. But there's not a lot of, because it was beautiful, because not only did we have the handheld in terms of like learning everything, we had weekly, like, you know, basically like talks.
Yeah.
Where like we would learn things and this and the third. So
that's sick. Yeah.
So in that time I touched I worked on Mountain Dew Ride. You remember the La Samba? When LeBron was doing the salsa again?
Yeah.
I worked on that. I ended up getting hired. Did a bunch of shit over at TBWA. Worked on like Lay's and Mountain Dew and stuff. And then after that, basically, I ended up moving back to New York, because at that point they're like, "Yo, like, we're back in the office."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's 2021 at this point. Come up here, work for a little bit. Now hop over to JL. Johannes Leonardo is my agency. And once I got there, that's when shit started. Started getting crazy.
Yeah. But like, I mean, did you work with Coral Studios during that time too?
Yes. So I've worked with Coral Studios since I was 6. I was like the Coral Studios, like, and you could probably see it as like I do a lot of things, because I was just young. I would fill in the cracks. I would, you know, whatever Ish needs help with or anything like that. So the Air Max 95.
Bro.
So I kind of gloss over that, because that's really how I got the job. I remember at the end of the internship, we had to all present to the president something that we worked on. And I presented the 95, and like, yo, I'm telling you, shout out to Nancy. I don't know, I forgot what agency she's at right now, but she's amazing. She's eating up everybody. I'm the last person to go. So she's kind of eating up everybody. I go up there, kill the presentation first, like, and the first thing that she would say after everybody's just like, you know, okay, you need to do this. Blah, blah, blah. First thing she was like, where can I buy these sneakers? And you are an amazing presenter and you're gonna go places. The 95, bro.
That 95 is iconic. And if you're not familiar, I mean, I hope you are, because this is basically a sneaker podcast. But but That 95, man. Yeah. Ish Coral Studios. Like I still need a pair, but that's probably never gonna happen. But
I'll give it because the 95 was a group valiant effort.
Yeah.
But I'll always give Woody the microphone to give the full story because it's absolutely ridiculous how this all happened.
Yeah.
But
future episode, future guest, hopefully.
Future episode. But with the 95 though, it was a life-changing sneaker.
Yeah.
We did a couple versions. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Brian at Lapstone. We ended up doing a release there in person. And those pairs, if you got those pairs, you got a pair because the motherfuckers is going for a lot on eBay.
Oh, crazy.
Especially in a size 13.
Yes, and I'm a size 13.
Oh, we 13? Yeah. Come on. All right. Well, I'm glad we know we both 13.
First of all, the shoe, the colorway on that shoe, super fire. But the box, that box is also iconic.
Well, the whole thing about Coral Studios is that we are all about sustainability. You know what I'm saying? Being that we base everything about, the coral reef and, we donated a lot of the sales from that. And then every other collaboration that we've done, we've partnered with, Barrier Reef Foundation and raising money for it because we consider ourselves to be the coral reef of the industry. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that you have to keep right because if it dies, it's gone forever. So yeah, the number one thing we wanted to do is make a box that you don't throw away. Something that can collapse. Something that also looks equally as ill. So shout out to Henrik, Matt, Mike, Ish, Matthew. If I'm forgetting anybody, please strike me down right now. But it was such an amazing, I guess, collaborative effort between us all. And now where we all sit respectively is it's so funny. We can always look back at that sneaker and be like, damn, bro, like we really turned this shit the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then the color scheme obviously is based off, Coral Reef too. We like to keep it aquatic. And shout out to Joe LaPuma. Joe LaPuma really started. He was one of the first. He did a billboard in him.
Yeah,
he did a billboard in him. And it was just, it's super funny now that was like kind of like the introduction because the 95 is like kind of my shoe at this point in my life. This is like, I had to, before it was an acronym Force, if I had to describe myself as a sneaker, but I'd say like SB95 at this point for me. So when I look at
I still need a pair. I haven't gotten any of them.
Bro, they sitting.
I know, but I have way too many sneakers.
I know.
I don't know if you've. I mean, I've seen your stories.
You
get blessed.
I get blessed. But that the 95, bro, is something I'm always gonna be so proud of. And it's just still like also too, shout out to Complex for even though, it couldn't be on the actual list. I'm giving, the recognition. Shout out to Brendan Dunn and Matt Waltley and all of them. But bro, that was like our kind of like my little introduction to all of this.
Right. Yeah. And then where did that your creativity, right? Obviously you're doing a lot of things because you're part of Coral Studios. You got your actual career, and then you also have African American artists.
Yes,
and I don't know, maybe I'm hiding. I don't know. You got other things.
Made in URL too.
Made in URL too. Yeah. That's the site.
Yeah,
that shit is fire. I don't know how you put that shit together.
Man, quarantine. Boredom. You know what I'm saying? We had nothing else to do. I was hungry too. Broke as a motherfucker. We had to make something with it. You know what I'm saying?
But like, where does that creativity come from? Like, do you really attribute it to being on the Yeezy board?
1000%. And I think also too, a lot of my creativity comes from like I don't want to say out of spite. But I feel like a lot of the times, like especially, like working in advertising really helps me out with my creativity in terms of outside of it. I know exactly what to do because I'm always, you can't do exactly what you want to do, you know what I'm saying, in your job. But when I see all of it, I'm like, okay, word, I want the inverse of this. I want this to hit exactly the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and also a lot of it comes from impulsivity. African American art is now a clothing brand, and we're doing all this shit now. And we're prepping for a spring season. Wink, wink.
Let's go.
And this was at one point I was just sitting out. I was sitting in Photoshop, and I don't know if nobody knows this. Like, Made in URL was an album. I'm a rapper. You know
really?
what I'm saying?
I've never,
because I don't talk about it no more. I use my pen, you know, for other things now. But Made in the URL was the name of my album. And then I was like, wait, on some Wu-Tang, like, wait, hold on, wait. There's like more, there's more to this.
Yeah.
We can't just put this on the, you know, blah, blah, blah. So with Made in the URL, I feel like at one point I was like, all right, so like, what would the second album be called? African American Art. I'm everything.
Yeah.
I'm the compass, like I encompass everything that it means to be an African American artist. So that's what I would. And then I started typing it. I was like, damn, this shit look kind of hard. Then I put the ist.
Yeah.
The African artist. And I was like, oh shit. Put it on a t-shirt and then upload it on the gram. And then everybody's like, yo, like, we like that.
Yeah.
So started making more shit. And now, you know, that leads to where we are right now. Shout out to Easy. You know, shout out to the Infinity Stones.
Come on, man.
Look,
Easy. If you're watching this, if you have a 13 that's not for him, me.
Yo, bro, nah, I'm so yeah, now we're here. We got to, you know, do this amazing collaboration. I was on set a few days ago for, you know, doing a little modeling thing.
Yeah.
Somebody had the shirt on.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it felt so good. It's still like kind of like, you know, new to start seeing people wear it. But it is one of my favorite feelings. And a lot of times I don't even like to say nothing. I'm just like, ooh, I just want to watch you be you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, because I know I haven't been able to hit up your pop-ups at Denim Tears, but like, how did that come together?
So shout out to Tremaine. I feel like as long as I've been pursuing, you know, everything we're doing culturally, Tremaine's always been around. This goes back all the way to 2016. So when Virgil did the Communiversity down in Miami for Art Basel, obviously No Wave was doing the podcast, and Tremaine invited us to do a podcast.
That's sick. Yeah.
Yo, if somebody got that, we got clips of it. If somebody got that, it's lost media at this point.
Really?
It's a lost media. I'm telling you, Tremaine's so real. I couldn't go because I was a kid.
Yeah.
So Woody's down there. They got me in that motherfucker on a remote. So I'm doing a live podcast with these niggas remote. You know what I'm saying? So
you on there dialed in?
Yeah, dialed in. So, but that was also that's also why I respect Tremaine so much, because he understood the dynamic. Like, yeah, at the time, Ish was, you know what I'm saying, like the coolest nigga on earth, and I'm his little brother. You know what I'm saying? But he understand that, okay, this dynamic don't work. We don't got both of them. So exactly. If you coming too.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, and Tremaine and Ish have had like a very, you know, fruitful relationship throughout all the years. Even when I did that runway show, when I got casted, Tremaine was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always been there. Even when we was coming up here going to the, you know, the original Denim Tears Pro Cell pop-ups, you know what I'm saying? With the cake, you know, and all of that. Like, he's always been around. So when we started doing this, he was like, yo, like, I'm really fucking with this. Like, you know, you want to put it in the store? And then that got rolling. Now we starting to do, you know, the pop-ups with some, you know, with their Summer Fridays. And yeah, we're the first brand stocked in African diaspora goods. So, you know, it's really humbling, because Denim Tears is my favorite brand. So it's cool to be stocked in your favorite brand's, you know, store.
Yeah, that's fire.
But yeah,
every time I pass, because I work by that area, never seen it in stock. So I can't.
Bro, it be gone, man. It be gone. Yo, shout out to everybody in the store holding it down, man. Yo, for real. But it's been awesome. It's been super. And then also too, you know, if you really go down to the history of it, that retail space is a streetwear historic place. You know what I'm saying? From Union to Stussy, now to Denim Tears, and to be sold in there, it's like, you know, I'm a student, bro, really a nerd about this shit. So you know, it really, really is. I understand the weight of all of it, and I appreciate it so much. You know what I'm saying? So shout out T, man. He's a legend. And really understands how to uplift, you know, people that are on the cusp. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's been really cool, bro. Expect more soon.
I mean, look,
you already know.
You know me.
Exactly.
I'm trying to wear it.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
I just think it's really dope, you know, like, especially because when I see the pictures, like, the community really shows up, like, and it's a community of people I've never seen. So it's like, that's good to see, because, you know, when you go to a lot of the same stuff, you see a lot of same people. You know,
for real.
But I am noticing, and I don't know if you've seen this, like, if you go to an Awake event, you don't really see the same people at, say, like, an Extra Butter event, or like, you know, I don't know. I live in Queens, so like all the right, like it's totally different crowds. But people are coming outside again. You've got to see like the transitions of like, and I mean you've been outside, so it's just like, what have you seen and like what has kept you like inspired to keep like feeding and building a community around that?
The new faces.
Yeah.
You know, like it's. You know, when you play a game forever, and eventually new users stop coming to the video game, and you just start seeing the same usernames. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, we all on here on Saturday night playing this Counter-Strike game or some shit like that. Like that's obscure. Like this is our thing of ours. Whereas every time I'm seeing somebody new, and I'm like, okay, like this is an ever-growing, you know, community, and there's people that are always gonna be super, super interested. I mean, like, bro, those pop-ups that we do for AAA, like. There's certain times I'm seeing people I've never seen before, and they're like, yo, I really fuck with everything. Da, da, da. That's why I'm going.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going. Because it's just like, yo, like it's a never-ending thing. And my whole thing is that I love the analogy of like, yo, like the spot, you get it for a bit. What you do with the time with it is what you do with it. But eventually you gonna have to move because somebody else is coming. And when I see all these new kids, I'm like, all right, I gotta make sure that when I'm in my spot and I get my time, I do everything I'm supposed to do for not only myself, but to also set up what, you know what I'm saying, the next generation is coming into, because, you know, this is like I look at the seats that we sit in as like, you know, almost like a Congress or something like that. Like, yo, the next person is gonna sit here. Let me make sure that, you know, I don't fuck up everything. You know what I'm saying? So those things really, really keep me going. And I love going to all these events, man. They got the Extra Butter events. Yo, shout out to, you know, all the things with Angelo and Hugo doing with Awake. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels good.
It's
you know,
so
Stussy, Denim, like, it all feels really fucking good right now. And I think that's the part that I'm so happy about, because I felt like I missed it.
Yeah.
You know, like when you know, especially when you hit quarantine, it's like the best days are behind us. You know what I'm saying? We never gonna get that feeling again.
You think the world was over.
Yeah,
I mean, because
you know,
it didn't really look like
it was.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so funny, and I feel like, keep saying it. I feel like that.
I do think it's just like also with the way that some of these brands were moving during that time too, where they like, we're just pulling everything to just make sure y'all come to the site, and then that's it. It like, and then everybody flooded to like the socials to try to like make that the community now. And so now we're seeing the adverse effect of like, now the brands are like, yo, we got to get people outside into the stores again.
Exactly.
And then now we're seeing like the people online are coming outside. Everybody's learning how to be around people again.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
yo, that was so weird for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, bro, I'm always been like, my whole thing is like, name is made in the URL.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really a URL and really an internet nigga, but I'm the same exact way offline, you know? And that was a big thing especially on people that was some KTTers. The biggest thing was getting exposed on that website.
Yeah.
If you want the chief that you said that you was when you was typing and niggas found that out, you know, so it was always about keeping.
We need that. We need that now.
We need it.
We need that now, bro.
We need it.
We need
that
now,
but
man.
I feel like, it's just, you know, the things happening outside, it makes me super, super happy because, like, bro, I thought it was over with, man. I was like, damn, everything gonna be online. You know, even like the idea of first come, first serve.
Yeah.
And it don't gotta be like that. You know what I'm saying? But did you get bread once?
Nah, I didn't get invited.
Bro, I got it.
Yeah.
And shout out to Woodstack.
Yeah, Woodstack. I heard Woodstack hooked up everybody but me.
Yo, Woodstack.
They invited everybody. I was like, damn, I gotta do more. I gotta be outside a little bit more.
Listen, I did some work with Woodstack. That's how I did. I did. Me and my brother Christian. My brother Christian is the art director. I'm the copywriter. You know, at work and everything on AE and all that. Me and Christian.
I gotta bleep that.
No, you could. You
All
could.
right,
We
cool.
don't got to. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it. It's just like I can't get into it. Yeah. So Christian, me and him have known each other as long as I've known Ish. We also met on Kanye too.
Look, man, come on, man. I love that.
This is my family.
I love that.
Me and Christian And it's through Coral Studios, basically developed a clothing brand. Only one for Woodstack, an in-house clothing brand. So we got to get a good relationship with Andy and all the good folks at Woodstack. Shout out to what they doing. I love what they doing at Brooklyn. They keeping it right.
I've only been there one time. For the Air Max. Yeah, and that's where I met Dallas Penn.
Which one you went? The Broadway one?
I don't know which one. It was deep in Brooklyn. I had to walk after the train.
I remember, because he took us to all the stores one day. We was going through. They got Brooklyn. They're doing what Social Status is doing in the South.
Yeah,
they doing that in Brooklyn, like the rest of Brooklyn.
That's tough. Yeah.
Nah, I fuck with them heavy. But that moment.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if y'all follow me on Twitter, you probably saw 100 times. If I don't get bread one,
yeah,
because y'all, I'm telling you, like my personality, sneakers, everything, everybody knows, bro. Those bread ones, when I got those in 2013, that's when I knew I could do anything. Because the release was the hardest thing on earth. I had to cop them off of a British website that was broken. You know when a website is broken, all you can just see is like
just the little bar and shit. Like you could type in
8.5. I got an 8.5, flipped it for $350, bought my pair. And that was my definitive sneaker. That was my shoe.
Yeah.
You know, so like when it came back out, I went crazy for it. I remember when we went to the whole event and they had the whole, all the people was in there. And it was funny because like there was a lot of people in there that usually they get sent sneakers. Like we almost got beside ourselves shoes, seated, all that, but we was all like some kids on Christmas again. And we was all sitting there. I was like, damn, like, all right, like obviously we don't got to do it like this because that was kind of OD. You know what I'm saying? We need to let everybody get a bread one, but that experience.
Everybody getting bread one soon.
Everybody getting bread one soon, right? But that experience made me realize, I'm like, all right, where are we back? And then also too, like, bro, sneakers, like this is the best. This is the golden age.
Yeah, it is.
Gold. Every sneaker that I want, I can get it probably. There's a couple, I'm trying to find them jellyfish. I've been trying to find them, but for the most part, you see a sneaker, you can get it. Taxi 12.
I'm pretty sure you can get jellyfish.
Hey, yo, listen. They got a size 13 on big ass shoes. I'll wear them. Let's go. Come on, I'm an Aries from Virginia. Come on, for real.
I'm surprised. You get the special box and everything.
Nah, bro. It's just there's But for the most part, if we even look at the complex top 10, for the most part, you can get a lot of those shoes.
Yeah.
And
outside of the bricks and the jellyfish.
Them bricks hard.
Them joints right there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But even, it's funny too, because like the whole
and the Yu-Gi-Ohs.
And the Yu-Gi-Ohs.
Yeah.
Even
though they only mentioned them.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. I was sitting here in the crib. I wore the Infinites because I'm repping home team, and I had to put the swag on the tee. I'm a fight for them Yu-Gi-Ohs. That's my sneaker of the year. That shit is like,
you don't even know.
I was sitting in the crib with them on. I'm like, should I do this? Should I do this? Like, can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
So, I think the most interesting thing about 95s this year, right? I got the neons. There's gonna be some neon shit coming soon. Wink, wink. I got the neons. I got the Cortezes.
Yeah.
I did the SBs, which I think are undoubtedly like one of the greatest innovations
the cactus.
Like, bro,
or you talk about just the shoe itself.
Yeah, just the shoe itself. I got both of them. Shout out to the Costin suit, Eric.
I need those Costins,
bro. You can get them. That's the best part about this time. Even if they sell out,
the bank account won't let me get them.
I understand. Shout out to Casper at Tenant. He held me down. I feel like between all the shoes I got, those Yu-Gi-Ohs, the eyelets.
Yeah.
The eyelets. I was like, yo, why did no one ever think? Yo, shout out to the whole Dot Swoosh team. Shout out to Logan. Shout out to Megan. Shout out to everybody. Y'all
crushed that shit, bro.
Crushed it. I'm telling you, they sent me and the team. They sent me and the team some shoes. I'm at work. My favorite thing is our receptionist, she'll Slack me and be like, yo, there's a package for you. I get all my shit shipped to the office because I'm not playing around with Brooklyn.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I done got my shit stolen a lot of times. She said, yo, there's a box for you. It's really big. when I hear that, I'm like, ooh, what is it? What is it? We open that box. I ain't gonna lie. I was damn near at my desk crying.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I'm a real.
The heart of the cards shined on you, bro.
Bro, I love Dot Swoosh. I think what they're doing at Dot Swoosh is so cool. It reminds me of what the SB, when they would have like those
random stories.
Yeah, like, oh, Mork and Mindy. Oh, we're gonna do like,
Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah,
Melvins,
like that type of shit.
My favorite is when they do the ode stuff, like where it's like it looks like that, like Pee Wee, or like you know, or like they'll try to, so that they don't get sued by the shit.
Exactly.
They'll be like, yo,
even what was the one? Actually, if I go trying to think of every SB right now, I'm gonna sound crazy. But I feel like what Swoosh, what Dot Swoosh is doing right now is so,
and it's like
fucking ill.
The thing is, it's just like there's a difference between like what brands are doing when they're playing on our childhood, and then when they tap into legit our childhood. Like, we get it. Jordan did his thing. Yeah, but of course. Yu-Gi-Oh did his thing.
And it's so cool because even when they did that, man, I felt, that's why I was so hurt, because I feel like a lot of times, I think Trinidad said it, we love rollouts.
Yeah.
Rollouts matter.
Oh, he talked about today. He said it. Yeah.
Whether it be music,
the marketing,
whether it be clothing, we love the roll, because that is a part of everything.
Yeah.
It's very part. You can't just drop some fire shit and expect people to, go like mouse to a flame. But when it comes to the actual product, the marketing material, the box, they expect. I'm like, nah, y'all did. They got the original Joey voice. I'm like, yo, this is too much.
And then the Japan release, they went insane.
And look, this is why I'm also saying nobody talking about them black and white pair.
The black and white pair look insane.
When I realized, I was like, wait, why they do a black and white pair? That's what it looked like on the manga.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, this is out of control. Y'all went crazy. So, I mean, I feel like there was so many cool, like, bro, this was such an overloaded year. My God, man. Like, what was the people? I think they're South Korean, and they did those wild 95s.
Oh yeah, with the big check on the side.
Yeah, like there was a lot going on. So, I mean, I can't get mad at the cast. I probably would have been shivering in my boots trying to put 10 together that the crowd and we would fuck with. But I gotta just give my love to them Yu-Gi-Ohs, man. That's my baby right there.
But we're down to the towards the end of the podcast, and it deals with. I got one last question that deals with a little visualization. I want you to think back to young Chris as he's about to open the box of the. Damn, you said 3 shoes, but which one was the one that you said?
The LeBron 8.
Yeah, the LeBron 8s. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now your older you behind your younger self. What would you tell younger Chris as he opens that box?
Get ready.
Get ready.
Cause strap in. This is where it starts. It's never gonna stop. Listen, one thing about me is that I'm real bad with it. I'm a box destroyer. Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I be getting rid of boxes. And I've been trying not to do it no more, because really it was like my mom would be like, yo, you have too many sneakers.
Yeah.
You have to make room.
Yeah.
I'm only saving Braun face. I'm saving like I still got my 8 boxes. I still got the Yu-Gi-Oh box.
Yeah,
those
the box for these is too.
Yeah,
you got to keep these.
Type of boxes
Archive
I'm
box,
keep, but orange box like that.
Yeah, if you got like a ton of them,
the all black Nike box.
Yeah,
we're gonna get rid of it. But nah, I'm gonna tell them like, yo, this is never gonna stop. When you're 25 years old, you're gonna be sniping these shoes on eBay. I just got my Sprites, Lowe's,
tough,
brand new, basically. That not the retro either. 45.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, sniping, and it came with the box too. Braun on that bitch. So I tell them that, get ready, bro, because we get dressed from the toe up.
Yeah,
that's
we here.
What it is. That's what it is. So,
bro, I'll be thinking. I've said this before. I think about the shoe like the night before, and then the fit comes together after.
Yeah,
I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna rock those tomorrow.
No, the sneakers it's so important. So I remember one time. This one I knew I was too far gone. I was at Carowinds with my friend, his mom. We was looking at everybody's sneakers.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, look at those right there. Oh, he got those. She was like, y'all supposed to be looking at girls. And I was like, we are, but we looking at this too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just letting them know like that. Because before that, I mean, like I liked sneakers, but it wasn't like I fight you over stepping on my shoes. It's like this mentality of just this love. This is it's like a car.
Yeah.
At this point, you know what I'm saying? You don't scratch a nigga car.
Nah, we
definitely
fight.
don't scuff his seat.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's all I tell them.
Man, let everybody know where to find you.
Main URL
Mm-hmm.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
African American Artists on Instagram. African American Art. 3 A's. AA African American Art on Instagram.
You making this not easy to find you, bro.
I'm fucking up. All right, wait. Let me start it. Twitter, Main URL.
There you go.
Instagram, my personal page, African American Artist. The brand itself, AA African American Art. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Before we go, I got a shout out to my guys. Hold
Please.
on, let me shout out to my guys at Ruckus.
Woo!
They blessed me with their duck hunt inspired numerics. These are the mallard colorways. These are dropping the first week of December. I got them early off of Complex Con. So make sure you support my guys. These are very fire. Boom! Shout out Devin. Shout out the homies.
I know this whole podcast.
It came with mad laces and stuff inside. The box is crazy. I should have brought the whole thing, but it's freezing outside. And you know where to find me. Who is Haas on all social media? About to kick it to myself to do the Patreon shout outs. Hit up the Patreon, patreon.com /myfirstkicks. Support the podcast. Support my boy Chris. Cop a shirt. And peace.
My brother.
Oh man, appreciate you.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode with Chris Chance. Yo, this was a real fun one. Me and Chris got like down to as much as we can because, you know, you will see him post about his work with Adidas and a lot of the stuff that he's accomplished. But I wanted to really talk about his steps to getting to where he is now. And his story is really dope. Like using the internet to find a way to get to where he wants to be right now. And I think, you know, he's a rising star in my opinion. I think that like he's an African American artist, like he is selling out every single time he makes a block party. Like he is cooking. He's a great person to talk to if you ever run into him in the street, if you're around New York. Definitely just, you know, tap in with him because he is super accepting, super inviting. And if you are in the area or any of these events that we all go to out here, it's really dope. And he's going to Art Basel. I think he is, or that's pretty sure. Hopefully that's announced. But yeah, doing some, I think he said it in the episode. He's doing some cool stuff at Art Basel. Very excited to see that. I won't be out there. I don't have any money. I don't have any money to go anywhere else. And Art Basel is probably the most expensive thing besides Complex Con every year. So maybe one day we'll see. And I don't know about All Star. We'll see when we across that road. And let's get to next year first, right? But as you know, I did a live episode at West NYC the other day. I was gonna say yesterday because it was yesterday. I'm recording this literally right before this goes up on Friday. This is Thursday, and did a live episode at West NYC, and we got to talk about these Clarks specifically. That's their recent collab with Clarks Original, their Wallaby. We talk about their construction and the story of West. This is my first time owning a Wallaby. If you ever listen to the Dante Ross episode, I talk about the MF Doom Wallabies, which is their only ones that I ever really wanted because it's Doom and I love Doom. So I'm really appreciative to everybody that pulled up that Wednesday the 19th and stuck around. Like having a live episode of a podcast is always a big undertaking, especially for me. And this one was a lot more chill, a lot more relaxed in terms of just like making sure people come and, you know, are they going to cop anything? Or, you know, like when I did the live podcast in Cincinnati, everything was under my supervision. And at a certain point, it just all fell apart. And I felt so bad because I thought I had it all under control. I just was not familiar with like the camera, the microphone, the sound system. And so I hope to, I mean, the goal after that was to, the next time I do a live show, it just goes off without a hitch, no problems. So I was able to bring in my studio to my studio squad, shout out Connor, to record the episode, and that episode will be next week's episode. And I just wanted to really thank everybody that pulled up, previous guest, people, I'm a new listener, hopefully. Everybody said they liked it, so I hope when I put it out next week, y'all will like it too. I will also have to, let me announce that this shoe will be on sale, I think Saturday, online. And there's only 300 pairs. And I wore it all today. Super comfortable. I'm so shocked. Like, I don't know if there's a ton of Wallaby wearers that will watch the podcast, but yo, fire. Please cop. Because, one, they gave me the opportunity to interview Lester, and Adair and Lester gave me the opportunity to interview them. And it was so fun to do that and hear the history. And also Jordan hopped on stage, or hopped into the seat, and talked about the marketing and talking to people on West 72nd Street. And it's a real regional episode, but it's cool to see how in a city that we were able to have a little town. It's very interesting. And I didn't mean to talk about the live episode so much at the end of this episode with Chris Chance, but I definitely want to stress that. Please cop this. Please post some pictures, tag me in it. I will repost them. I put the yellow laces on these. They come with 3 laces, plus the including gray one that it's on there when you first buy the shoe. And yes, please support. Sorry for making this super long. Really appreciate everyone that's been tapping in. Also want to announce the podcast has gotten 50,000 listens combined all over just audio. And it's super cool because, like, when I first started doing this, I never thought 50,000 listens. Like, I'm averaging, like I'm not averaging. I was looking at something that was just like, hey, somebody's listened to this podcast like 200 times or something like that. Like, there's craziness. Is just like, I never thought that, like, doing this in my room, where you see I've cleaned it up a little bit, doing this in my room, that I could even garner that many people wanting to check me out or check this out. I started this as kind of my way of giving back in terms of just conversations and having conversations, because what I really love about this is just learning about people. I'm a big fan of just people, and I want to hear their stories. And so we're here. And I know you've probably heard me explain this 1,000 times, but I'm going to always continue to explain this, because this can be somebody's first episode and they're wondering, why do we have 200 and blank episodes? And some people I've never even heard of. It's because I want to learn about them. And so if you made it to this part of that the outro, I mean, then appreciate you. But, Chris Chance, big shout out. Like, ran into him at Joe Freshgood's documentary showing that he had at the rec center out here in New York, and we hung out. Like, such a good time. This episode was such a good episode, and of course, because of that, it's all about community. And I have to bring up the Patreon, and you can be shouted out at the end of an episode by simply signing up for Patreon at patreon.com/myfirstkicks. Become a patron. Got 2 tiers, and both tiers you'll get shouted out in the episode, but $5 tier you get extra content. So I'm keeping it low for a little bit until I have more time to build it out more. And hopefully in the future, when we get sponsors and stuff like that, when I get sponsors for this, that you'll get ad-free episodes that you can just tap in, and I could take them all out, and then I'll just only have ad-free on there, and you can just worry if you want to watch it with ads, you can put it on YouTube. You know what I mean? I appreciate every single one of y'all. So let's do the Patreon shout outs. So shout out to Plox, who's been deep diving into stuff. giving me a ton of likes on Patreon. I really appreciate you. So I'm doing a real personal shout out for you this week. Then we have Jesse G. Shout out you, Jesse. Shout out Adam Butler, MSR. Check out his podcast. Shout out Ross Adams. Shout out Derek Lipkin, aka Fresh Poetics. Shout out Adam Newstetter. And I think that's it. As you can tell, I've been doing this off of memory the past bunch of times I've been doing this. And I will say, the Patreon, yes, it's not perfect right now, but it will be. And every single dollar goes right back into the podcast. You know, pay for the recordings, pay for hosting. It's all encompassing. And I appreciate every single one of y'all, because I never thought I'd be continuously doing this and putting my own money in this to elevate it as much as I can. And now, with y'all help, I can keep doing that without stressing myself out, right? Especially because the holiday season is coming up. So make sure you cop those Clarks. And of course, if you want to check out some new episodes or check out the rest of the catalog, check out these 2 videos up here, subscribe to the podcast. And of course, you know what we say each week, wear your kicks. Peace.